Hey guys. So when I reached out to all of you on Instagram to ask questions, for the FAQ that's below, if you're reading this on the blog, one of the most common things that I was asked about was how to start loving your body, which, does not surprise me, since our whole thing is about self-love and boosting positive body image and all that. So it's actually the second most common type of question asked next to building a healthy relationship with food. So I just want to take a couple minutes and answer some of the main questions that you guys had verbally in case some of you like to hear them rather than read them. And I really want to focus on my main tip for girls or boys who struggle with body image. Because this kind of, took me a while to think of. I'm like, hey, well, okay, like what is my main tip if I had to say one thing that's helped me with, body image? And I think the biggest revelation I had and that I keep coming back to is realizing that your body looks different at all times during the day. Not just during the day, like every half hour even maybe, depending on, what you ate for breakfast, depending on if you exercise that day. The point is that it's not, your body at one point is not a less accurate representation of it at another point. You may think you look fantastic one day. That's great, thrive on that, return to that. But even on those days that you're not exactly loving the reflection in the mirror, it's still your body. Both are you. And there's going to be another day, maybe even a couple hours, where you're going to go back to thinking you look hot. So it's just, the thing to remember is that our bodies are always changing. And that's not even a long-term thing. It's just they're holding water sometimes and they're bloating sometimes, depending on if we ate something. Or stress even, stress is a big one for me and I know for a lot of people out there. So it just really helps me to know that, okay, even if I'm not crazy about what I'm seeing right now, if I'm not loving how I look, it's temporary, most likely, because there's going to come a time where I look great again or I feel like that. And my perception of my body is not everybody else's. No one else is focusing in on those little things, those little bumps, those little curves that I'm not crazy about. It's just not what matters to anybody else. And that was also something that took me a long time to learn, and I'm still learning. Another common question was, how long did it take you to love your body? Well, I don't all the time. I'm going to be really honest with you. I try to, and I know that I need to give my body the love it deserves. I need to respect it. I respect it at all times, but I don't love it all the time. I'm not perfect, and nobody is. I think just the best thing that you can do is keep in mind that your body's changing all the time. So how it looks right now is not how it's going to look forever. It may not even be how it's going to look in an hour from now. So you at one point is not any more you than, another point in the day when you thought you looked great. And also just that how much you weigh, that number on the scale, if your thighs touch, if you don't have a six-pack, that's not something that people are going to remember about you. And I have always been a hopeless romantic, and I've always wanted to find, that everlasting love, and I've wanted to have that person who's my soulmate. And when I was younger, it's very vain, but one of my biggest fears was like, well, this girl's so much skinnier than me, and she's so much prettier, and she's so much more perfect. Why would anyone ever fall in love with me if I'm not, cookie cutter like that? And the reality is that no one's paying attention to those things. And your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whoever is not going to care that you have a little bit jiggle or bloated or whatever. We focus in on those things a lot more than other people do. And also, that is just secondary to loving yourself. As soon as you love yourself, I know it's tired and overused, but as soon as you love yourself, then it just makes it so much easier for other people to love you because you exude that and you believe it. And I just think that is the best thing to keep in mind. That's the best thing I can impress on anybody. And yeah. I hope that helps, guys. And of course, if you have any other questions that you want to see listed, feel free to email me.